The cheapest land in Abuja could cost you the millions you do not want to spend. This is how to make sure you avoid the cheap land trap here in the Federal Capital Territory. Sincerely speaking, two lands can be situated in a particular location and one will be more extremely expensive than the other. And you might be wondering, Medici, why is that so in Abuja? Now, this is what they do not tell you when buying land in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The first thing is that you must understand that the right title document will save you a lot of headaches. And that right title document does not come cheap. It goes through a lot of verification processes. First, it goes through what you call FCDA processes. So once a particular property document has gone through the FCDA processes, it has cost a lot of millions to get to that stage. That's FCDA approval or FCDA registered document. Number two is aegis verification. Once a property has gone through aegis, aegis simply means the Abuja Geographical Information System. These are like ministries in charge of land title documentation. Once a property has gone through this aegis verification, another set of millions have gone through the channel. So once you see a property and one is selling higher, but it comes with this document, while the other one is selling cheaper, there's a very high possibility that that cheap one does not have this said title document, because once this process has been gone through, the cost is added to the purchase of the land. So before you buy your next property in Abuja, please be very careful not to buy a cheap land, because that cheap land might end up costing you hundreds of millions in terms of registration. Which leads me to a second thing you must know about cheap lands. Very, very deadly trap is what you call fake allocations. Now, fake allocations is whereby you are given a forged document that shows that you have been allocated a certain portion of land. Now, if you do not carry out due diligence, you might never find out until when you want to take possession or develop the said property. That's when you find out that, okay, the document that you were handed is not actually real. And this is a very common prevalent scam in the Nigerian real estate, and is also dominant here in Abuja. So whenever they offer you cheap lands, always make sure you cross-check the allocation later. Is it coming from the FCDA? Is it coming from the government? Where exactly is it coming from? Who signed it? Have you gone through the due diligence? Has a lawyer gone to the relevant offices to confirm that it's not a forged document? If not, you might end up paying cheap millions and then lose the whole money in the process. And the final thing you must understand about cheap lands is that some locations are earmarked for development. Some locations are not yet in the pipeline. So because the Abuja has what you call a master plan development plan, if you buy a property under a location where, in quotes, the government is not interested in developing that area, it might look cheap right now, but it might take you 10 to 15 years before you see any form or sign of development. But when you buy a property that the government has already earmarked projects, naturally it will cost more because people already know that, okay, this is where the government is going to. But with those developments, the one you bought for 100 million or a 200 million naira property would end up giving you maybe a billion or 2 billion within the next 5 to 10 years, unlike the one you bought for maybe 2 million, 3 million naira. So before you buy your next property, always ask these questions. And remember, never go for cheap things, especially when it comes to Abuja. Go for quality. So if you want to start your land journey here in the Federal Capital Territory with FCDA approved title document land, I can help you begin today for some properties above 10 million naira. And also, if you need something in the highbrow areas in Asokoro, I have apartments starting from 205 million naira. So send me a message right now. My name is Ekene Medici. Let me help you begin immediately. See you on the next one.